hello my lovely nestlings and welcome to part 3, I believe, of my Makeup Collection and Declutter series. Today we are tackling bronzers and blushes. And if you're new, welcome. My name is Nikki. I'm from the Netherlands, hence the accent. I'm also slightly orcish, relatively vintage. I love spooky stuff, makeup and being creative. Let me explain some things. The slightly orcish means that I'm green. I'm a light to light medium warm-ish olive. And the relatively vintage means I am 46. Yes, part 3 of my Makeup Collection and Declutter series. I have today cream blushes, powder blushes, cream bronzers and powder bronzers. I think though that I start with the bronzers, but I'm actually not sure. I did 2 others already in this series, hence that this is part 3. I decluttered my eyebrow products, and the last one that online was my base product. So if you want to see those, they will be linked underneath the card, and I also have a playlist of declutters. Let me also get those pesky disclaimers out of the way, because if I do not, I will always get questions. So disclaimer number 1, don't ask me for my used makeup. I will not send it to you. I will not give it to you. I'm here in the Netherlands. You heard me said that, right? Basically, if you are in the USA, it's very expensive to ship. I'm not going to send my used makeup to someone I don't know. So first dibs is for my friends and my family, and everything that is past its expiration date will get tossed. The rest will be donated, and if it's new, I will probably put it in a giveaway, or maybe I'll gift it as a Christmas gift for one of my nieces, because we're almost at that time as well. Yes, I'm very well aware that I have a big collection. This is my job, and I also love makeup. So I love to try out new things. In the grand scheme of YouTube, I think I have a pretty small collection. But yeah, this is not me flexing. This is just me wanting to kind of go through my collection, weed out what I don't use or maybe doesn't work for me. I will swatch a bunch in the video. I will let you know why I'm keeping things, why I'm decluttering things. And I think that is going to be it. Just, you know, enjoy. I always love watching these videos because I'm nosy and I want to know what other people have and what they like and don't like. So I hope that you're like me and love these types of videos as well. If you do, give the video a thumbs up. But before we start, grab a drink and a snack and put your feet up and enjoy, because here comes me going through my blushes and bronzers. Let's start with the cream bronzers that I have here. Let's start with this one from Makeup Revolution. This is in the shade medium. Now, for me, basically now, it's almost more suited as contour, but in summer I could really use it, and I like the formula a lot, so I'm keeping this. I'm also keeping the Glam Shop because this is actually one that I use quite a bit, and this is in the shade Olive. So there's that. Yes, keeping both. This one I'm not really sure about. This is ABH in the shade Amber. I think it's too yellow. That's kind of what I was afraid of, but I'm not sure. I am not sure. So I'm going to swatch this one next to Elf. I know that I'm going to declutter this one because I never use it, but I did want to swatch it for you. This is don't mind that spot, but it's too red. This looks very weird on my skin. You can also see that it's doing kind of a funky thing. So I already knew that I was going to declutter this one. Then I have Colourpop in the shade Isle Bed. I actually use this one quite a bit. And it does work. It's not my perfect color, but it does work. So I'm going to keep that one as well. It's almost more of a hybrid, right, between a blush and a bronzer. I think, I'm not sure about the ABH. I think I'm going to declutter it because seeing at the edges, it's way too yellow. I did not see this coming, but I think, yeah, I'm going to declutter the ABH one as well. So keeping 3, decluttering 2. Wow. Let's go to the powder bronzers next. Let's start with the one from House Labs, which I have in the shade Light Level 4. This is also not really my perfect color, but I still do enjoy this one. So I know that I'll be keeping this. This one I'm going to let go. This is from CXC Beauty in the shade 02. While this is an olive bronzer, it's way too pigmented and too dark. So I never reach for this because I have to be too careful. What I actually want to do though, I want to get a lighter color of this. So I would really like to have the shade 01 instead of 02, but I'm going to declutter that one. These two from Glam Shop I'm not going to declutter, but I am going to swatch them for you so that you can see what they look like. This is the chocolate olive, which is the darkest of the two, and it's green. It's green and I like it, so that one's staying. I use that in summer actually. And then here I have the shade chocolate or olive, which I use now. It's very light, and I don't think, let's put it here because hairs, oh, I cannot even swatch it. I'm sorry, I cannot really swatch it, but on the face it's very pretty. Just doesn't want to swatch right now. And then the Too Faced in Chocolate Soleil. Yeah, this is very nice bronzer. This is actually maybe my favorite that I have in my collection. Yeah, color-wise also, yeah, the House Labs, it's actually not the right color for me. But still I'm keeping it, and I'm also keeping the Too Faced. So this is basically what I'm keeping. And this is what I'm decluttering. And I'm happy with that. I don't have that many bronzers to begin with, but the ones that I have, I do really use. And I'm happy about that. Let's start with my cream blushes. I have 23 in total. Let's kind of see if we can kind of wheedle it down a little bit. I think I'm going to start with the palettes. Yes, let's go to the palettes. Let's start with this one, which is from X Revolution. It's one of their wallflower cream blushes in the shade Folklore. I do really like this formula. It's a nice orangey blush. Also probably going to swatch. It feels a little bit dried out though. Huh, interesting. Okay, well, that's kind of a shame. So I really did like the formula, and I can swatch, but it just doesn't want to come off my finger, which is not good. So I'm almost, I think this has dried out. It kind of was a cream to powder. It was creamier than it is now. I'm going to toss this. I'm sad. That was a great blush. Let's go next to the Natasha Denona Cupid Cheek Duo. I do like this one. I think that the colors are pretty. I like the formula. I think I'm going to keep this one, yes. Okay, next, Nabla, The Two Reasons in the shade Soft Nude. I also really enjoy this one. So it's a little bit more difficult to pick up. So that's the blush. I don't actually use the highlighter portion a lot. It's pretty. It gives kind of a wet look. But I do enjoy the blush. But I don't use this one. I am kind of going to keep this on the maybe pile. Maybe I have something in another formula that I maybe use more. Then this one, the Makeup Revolution Mad Love Palette collaboration with the Suicide Squad. I love this palette. I use this palette. Oh, you see the camera. I use this palette so often. You can see it's gross. That's the trouble with cream shadows or cream products like this. But I actually use all the shades. So yeah, this one is staying. I really enjoy this one. I've used it quite often actually. Let's go to this one from X Revolution. This is Dainty Blusher. I don't think I've ever used this one. Okay. It's a bit sheer. It still smells. I'll clean my finger. It still smells okay. But realistically, will I use this? I don't think so. Maybe. Let's put that in the maybe pile as well. Okay, let's go to this one, the NYX Sweet Cheeks. I really enjoy the formula. This is in the shade Coralicious. Honestly though, I haven't used it since the last declutter. So I think this is just time to let it go. Yeah, I'm going to let this one go. Okay, then Makeup Obsession Dune Rust Liquid Blush. Oh yeah, I remember ranting about that in my last declutter. About the fact that the colors don't match the tube. And I do not like that. Let's see what this color was again. Oh yeah, this is more of a neutral one, I think. I do enjoy the formula, but I think I'm going to let this one go because I just don't think that I'll reach for it. And I haven't in a year. So then this one, the Makeup Revolution Super Dewy in the shade Falling for You. What is it? Flushing for You. Oh, wow. It's difficult to read. I really enjoy these as well. I think that their whole line is actually very nice. This is a little bit more of a moussey texture. Which one was that? This one. That was the NYX, right? Yeah, I'm going to keep this one because I really do enjoy that. I don't use it often, but I do enjoy it. I have two others from Makeup Revolution from the Watermelon line. I have the shade... what does it say? Oh Lord, yes, these were the tiny letters. Juicy and Flushed. So let's do Juicy first. Yes. And then the other one, that's a brighter one. I actually quite like the brighter one. Do I have a lot of brighter ones? Not really. I'm going to keep the brighter one. This one, I don't know. I'm probably going to have a big maybe pile today. That is okay though. The Nessa Myrix in the shade Bread and Butter. I actually got this as a gift. I used it once and I did enjoy the formula. I think the color is also pretty. I'm going to keep it for another round. Then let's go to the ones from MUA. I love these. These survived. I had them all and these survived my last declutter. The shade Cherry Pop is just such a fun shade for summer. It's a very red blush and as you can see it's pretty pigmented, but it's still very, very easy to wear. I'm going to keep it. Then we have the shade Tiger Lily, which used to be such a favorite of mine. I haven't used it in a while though. But I do think it's a very... I don't know yet. This is in the shade... I think this is Rouge Noir. Yes. Rouge Noir. It's a pretty shade. I do have to be a little bit careful with it that it doesn't get splotchy. But still, it's an interesting shade. So I'm going to keep that as well. I don't know how much it will declutter from my liquid blushes. And then Watermelon. I used in summer a lot. It's just such a cute pink. Which is the same shade as this one from... I don't need both. So I'm actually going to declutter this one, which is the shade... Flushed, yes, because I have this the same shade in the MUA. I'm going to keep both the MUA and I'm going to keep this one, which is this color, because I don't have that color. What am I going to do about Rouge Noir? I don't have anything like Rouge Noir, so it can stay. The shade Rare Joy from Rare Beauty. I really enjoy this one as well. Yeah, this is just such a pretty blush. It's so, so pretty. I'm going to keep that as well. I think actually, looking at kind of Tiger Lily and the X Revolution one, I don't think this will dry down. I'm going to declutter the Revolution one because I already have Tiger Lily. I'm also going to keep Rare Beauty. Then let's go to these two. Now, this shade Fielding from Freck Cheek Slime, it's my favorite. I've used this so much. This is for me almost a neutral blush. If I don't really know what kind of color I want with an eye look, this is the blush that I use. And it's pretty orange on me. However, it basically blends out to the color of the cap, which is a little bit more brown than just orange. I'm going to keep that one. Then I also have here Fever Dream. Oh yeah, this color. Look, unfortunately, this is too yellow red for me. So but also not yellow enough. So while this one looks better on me, the bluer toned, this one just, it looks weird. And I'm sad about that because I love the formula. I would love to try other colors from them, but this one I'm going to let go. Then let's go to the e.l.f. Putty blushes. I kept them in my last declutter because they were a gift. But I haven't touched them since. So I have Turks and Casos or whatever it's called. This one. And I also have this one. Can I swatch them? I can. I just don't grab for these. So while I do like the formula, honestly, usually when I grab for kind of a cream blush like this in a pot, I either grab for Super Shock or I grab for one of my face palettes. So I'm going to pass these ones along. Then let's go to this one from Glam Shop in the shade Ruminique. What was this? Okay, I don't know. This is kind of an orangey blush. I like it. There's kind of it. And the trouble with this is I don't think I like it enough to keep. Because again, if I'm reaching for something in a pot, I have other formulas that I go to over this. So I'm going to declutter that as well. Then I have my two Super Shocks here from Colourpop. One is the Tinkerbell Magic Moon. I love their Super Shock formula. Look how pretty. I love their Super Shock formula. It's just so pretty. So definitely staying. Now, the other one that I have here, which is the shade Cheerio. It's pretty pigmented, as you can see. Where am I? I'm going to put it here. But still, it works. Or I'm going to keep this one. I'm also going to keep my Nabla. And I'm keeping the Colourpop. So in the blush department may not have done the best, but that's okay. So for the cream blushes, I decluttered this. And I kept... You know what? I think I'm finally... I think I am going to declutter Tiger Lily. Because I have not grabbed this in a year. So yeah, I am going to let that one go as well. So I am keeping 13 and I'm decluttering 10. I think that's a nice yes, I think that's nice. My powder blushes, let's start with face palettes first. Let's start with this one from The Balm. I got this as a gift, I think, I don't know, 3 years ago. I've used it once and I'm constantly keeping this in my collection because it just makes me happy to look at. But at the end of the day, I'm not using. I actually think that it has gone bad, which I'm quite sad about. I can take it out though. Oh, I can take this out. Then I just have this. Don't know what to do with this then. What can I put in here? I have no idea. I really like the component, but I don't know what to do with it. I would love to keep the tin, but I don't know what to use the tin for. So I'm going to declutter this. I'm actually going to toss the inside. And if I find something that I can put in there, then I will probably keep the tin. And otherwise, I'm just going to give the tin to someone who really likes to look at it. Okay, so that is number one. Let's go to the next face palette, which is from Sigma, the Alice in Wonderland collection. I love the way that this is looking. Now, I actually mentioned that I was kind of underwhelmed with the formula, and I am. The blush feels nice and smooth. The highlighter feels a bit dry. Also, the color is not really my jam, but I do want to keep it. Why? Because I like it and it makes me happy to look at. That is why. So I'm keeping that one. Let's go to Unearthly, because I have a bunch from Unearthly. Let's go there. Let's go there. Let's go to Unearthly. Let's start with these two, which are from the Sleepover collection and unfortunately no longer available. I love both formulas though. I actually love the shade Charmed the best. I recently used it. I know I'm going to get rid of this one or declutter this one because it's just... the color is not really what I enjoy. This one though, it's just such a pretty color. Even though I'm an olive, it's just so pretty and so unique. I don't have anything like this in my collection as far as I know. If I do, I will probably let this one go. But as it stands, it's going in a maybe pile, so I can kind of compare swatch a little bit. Then the other ones that I have from Unearthly. So as you can see, I have not put them in a magnetic palette because I store my blushes not in a palette. So they're still in the thing that they were sent in. And this is technically a highlighter, but I use it as a shimmer blush. And this is the shade Angel. And these are so nice, so pretty. I also, in winter, I can use it just as a shimmer blush, or I use it in summer as a blush topper. This is staying. It's very, very pretty. And I actually, this is the shade Tangy, which is, it's kind of a darker orange, and it works. It works. I have to be careful, but it works. It can make me a hint orange, but I'm still keeping it. or hint green. This is the shade Punch, and this is one of the few bright pink blushes that I have that I very much enjoy. Now, these are swatches, right? So you obviously blend them out, and it is very, very fun in summery. Fun in summer especially. So this one is staying too. This is actually my favorite of the line, which is the shade Hazy. Now, I had hoped that it was the same as this one, but it's not. It's darker. Can you see that? So there's definitely a shade difference. So it basically, I'm keeping this as well. I use this a lot actually. If I do any kind of purple eye makeup look or a cool toned look, this or this one are the one that I grab. And this is the shade Bloom, which I also really, really like. It's just such a pretty shade. So yes, staying. I knew that already. These two are also staying. These are from V Cosmetics. Oh, these are from V Cosmetics. Can we just... this is the shade Witchcraft, and the other one is the shade Sorcery. It's a subtle difference. But this one is just a little bit pinker than this one. So this shade is... Witchcraft is a little bit pinker. It's also a shimmery blush. And both are staying because I really, really enjoy her formula. This one from Oden's Eye, the Elva Fruit Blusher. I don't even know if these are available. I have not used this since I got it. I'm actually going to let this one go. Then let's go to this one from Catrice, the Cheek Lover in Blooming Hibiscus. I really enjoy this one. I think it's very, very pretty. In summer, I use this as a blush topper. And in winter, I basically use this as a shimmery blush. But I just think it's a very, very pretty. I love the formula, so it's staying. Essence, the blush in Breezy. I think this one is almost too light. I love the formula, but it's so pale. I'm going to give this one away. I'm going to donate. This is going to go in the declutter pile because it's just too light for me. It doesn't show up. Then I have Nabla's Lola. I was on the hunt for kind of this type of shimmer blush. I have not used... Oh, it's so pretty. I haven't used it in so long. But it's so pretty. It's going in the maybe. It's going in the maybe pile. Okay. My Charlotte Tilbury that unfortunately just fell as I started to film, but I love this one. This was a gift, and this is in the shade Chic to Cheek. It's staying. There's no doubt about that. Let's put it here. This is a very nice neutral blush for me with a nice sheen. It's definitely staying. This is new from Colourpop in the shade Bankroll. I really enjoy this one. It's such an interesting shade. Oh, I cannot even swatch anymore, apparently. It's staying, by the way. It's such an interesting shade. And it's almost a bronzer blush highlighter, but I really enjoy it. I enjoy the formula, so it's staying. The Melt, that's not going anywhere either. This is Queen Bee. I don't use this often, but I usually use this as a well, basically a very, very shimmery blush. Very, very pretty. But she's not going anywhere. Don't use her often, but she's staying definitely. This one from Chantecaille, which was a gift. It's also staying. This is so pretty. It's a very light bronzer, very pale. Do I have anything to compare it with? Probably, but it's staying anyway. I don't care. Then the Milani Luminoso. I enjoyed this one so much, but I have not used it in so long. It's a little bit more orange than the Hibiscus. I think I have this one kind of as a dupe. I'm going to let this one go because I'm just not using it. Then here the shade Danakil from Unique Beauty, which is, I don't think you can see how nice and blinding it is on camera. It's just such a pretty fun shade. And it's staying. I love the formula. Here I have X Revolution. Oh, I have not touched these in so long. This was my favorite. And it's just very, very pretty. Also almost neutrally blush. This is the shade Abundance. This one I'm keeping. This one is the shade Entice. It's pretty. It's pretty. I will keep it for another round because why not? I think I'm going to get rid of this one though, because I have similar blushes in my collection, and this is the shade Jitter. I think that these blushes are very good though. So it's not quality. It's I want to curate my collection more, which I'm not doing. I have to be more firm with myself. Honestly, okay. So let's go back to these though, because let's face it, how often will I grab for these? But no, I'm going to let this one, this is such a pretty color. Don't I have, this one is more orange. I don't have anything. Oh wait, maybe my Kaleidos. Let's go to the Kaleidos. These are not going anywhere, but maybe I have a dupe for that one. This one is too bright. This is Sanguine. It's actually one of my favorites. Then we have Sunburned. And then we have Joyride, which is my other favorite. Wait, how about me seeing it compared to this one? Do I have clean fingers? Yes, here. I think I will reach for the Chantecaille over this one though. So yeah, okay, fine. Fine. These I'm all keeping, by the way. Yeah, these are my favorite blushes, or some of my favorite blushes. I use them just so often. This is Sanguine. And as you can see, I keep them in the boxes, so not to mess up too much. This is Ecstasy. I'm not doing that well in the blush section. Let's go back to these two. I don't have anything like this color in my collection. However, it is also no longer available. And it's not that I don't want to keep stuff that has been discontinued. Because you will see, especially my eyeshadow palette collection, that I still have stuff that's been discontinued. Now, I'm just going to keep it. I'm going to keep it. How about this one? I have not used this in so long. But it is a very pretty blush. I'm going to keep it, I think. Because maybe if I kind of curate my collection down a little bit more, which I don't really have done, I believe, then I can, I know what I have more, you know. That was this one, right? Because I think I need Ecstasy. Oh no, I don't have anything like that. But will I use this one? I think it's too bright for what I go for. I think I'm going to declutter this one, which is the shade Punch. Even though I really like the color, and I can very much, I can make it work. I can blend it out. Oh, I'm going to keep it. This one then, that one. This one I can make work. However, I think I'm going to let this one go. Where's Sunburned? Here. Because I think I'll reach for this one over that one. It's here. Because it's a little bit more toned down. Yeah, I'm going to let that one go. I just really want to curate my collection down, because this is more blushes than anyone needs. Anyway, I'm very well aware, but still I love them all. And they all have a place in my collection. And then this I'm going to declutter. I didn't do that well, but that's okay. That's okay. That is okay. Okay, dirty clothy. So let's round it out. I started with 28, and I am decluttering 1, 2, 3, 4, 9. I'm decluttering 9. And I'm keeping 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Is that true? Yeah, I'm keeping 19. To be fair, if I put these all in one palette, it counts as one, right? So just saying, they're single blushes, they count differently. But yeah, that's the way that it is going to be today. So I decluttered in total 19 products, and I'm keeping 32, which is still humongous. Now, in my defense though, not that I need any, but I often combine a cream blush and a powder blush. So, and that's also a way for me to really play with my products. So there is that. Yeah, let me flip the camera back up so I can close off the video. So I think I did quite well actually with the declutter. I actually have the numbers here in front of me and I decluttered kind of a third. Now from bronzers, I knew I wouldn't declutter a lot. I also don't have a lot of bronzers. Kind of an update though on what I mentioned about the House Labs bronzer. I actually ordered shade 2, which should work for me better. If that one works for me better than the shade that I currently have, I will swap them out. And I think that's kind of it for the video. Yeah, I think so. I'm happy with everything that I decluttered. My drawers are very spacious right now, so I have room for more stuff to come into my collection. Let me know if you had any of these. Let me know if there are any formulas or shades that you really want me to try out or think that I will love. Let us know down in the comment section below. And then that is going to be it. Next installment will be the highlighters. Yeah, if you want to see me rifle through them and swatch a bunch, then make sure you are subscribed. And also don't forget to check out my art channel, which will be linked down below in the description box as well. And then thank you so much for watching. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them down in the comment section below. I'm going to wish you a fantastic day, a fabulous evening. May your foundation always match your neck, and I will see you soon for another video. Bye guys.